One of the causes of the incessant headaches that business owners experience on a daily basis is content creation. There is the worry about the content that they will put out there and the reception or response to the content by their target audience. Will they engage? Will they like it? Will they subscribe? Will they buy? All of these are genuine concerns that you, as a business owner, has uppermost on your mind. But you see, just asking yourself these things and doing nothing about it will not bring the solution. Now, you would say that the best way to tackle this is to create great content. Of course, you're right. But before you go ahead to create that content that you think is great, there is something that you need to do. I'll explain to you, but first, introduction. My name is Cynthia Oye Iseng and I am the business doctor. So back to the subject. Let me use an analogy of a fisherman to help you understand where I am going with this. When a fisherman wants to catch fish, he goes fishing, he puts his bait on his fishing pole, inserts that in the water, and expectedly, the fish swim towards it. They get hooked on the bait and he brings out his fishing pole. Voila, he's got fish. In the same vein, you can get this audience that you're worried about to engage with your content. You can get them to engage with your content if you hook them. And that is the key word there, hook. How do you hook them? With the headline. The headline of your content is that which will determine if the audience is going to go one step further to engage or they're just going to scroll past what you have. And if really you're interested in getting them to engage, then you want to make sure that you hook them just the same way the fisherman hooked the fish. So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 easy ways you can write or create attention-grabbing content or eye-catching content, as you would want to put it. So grab your notes, grab your pen, let's learn. Number 1, keep it short, simple, and straight to the point. A great headline should go straight to the point of your content. It should help your audience understand or answer this question for them: what's in it for me? Yes, you who's creating the content is expecting your audience to stop, to read, to click, to swipe. But what's in it for them? They need to know. So when you're creating a headline, you want to bear that in mind. For example, I could create a headline or write a headline that says, "The ultimate guide to writing catchy headlines." That would make you stop to want to engage with that content. Keep it short, simple, and straight to the point. Tip number 2, be clear about your main benefits. Now, oftentimes we talk about features and functionalities of our products, but you see, when you want to write your headline that you expect to grab the attention of your audience, you want to outline or put out there the main benefits. So when they see that, they know that there's something in it for them, because your headline is like an advert, right, to lead your audience to the main content. So you want to make sure that you're talking benefits. For example, if I wanted to write something about the main benefits, which if I'm talking about customer attraction, for example, I could say 3 ways to win your customers, or 3 ways to get your customers to say yes. That is point number 2, the benefit. So when the person who wants to sell or he's hoping to expand his customer base sees a headline, 3 ways to win your customers, that person is going to engage. Right, so let's move on to point number 3. Point number 3, questions. You want to use questions in the headlines. Now, when you're asking questions, what you're doing to your target audience is getting into their heads. You are trying to reiterate the problems that they have, the concerns that they have. For example, I could put out a headline saying, "Are you tired of writing content that is not grabbing the attention of your audience?" If that is a problem that you have, of course you would want to relate with it. So questions are another good way. for you to write catchy headlines because they want answers to these questions in the first place. So they definitely will want to go with you to get the gist of your content. Point number 4, appeal to your readers' hunger for knowledge. What do I mean by this? Your audience is on a quest for something. They want to know more about something. They want to know better ways to improve on their situation, right? So they would, without thinking twice, come on to you, read your caption, your content, if you have a headline that is appealing to their hunger. For example, if I am, looking for where to make my hair, or maybe, I'm looking for where to make my hair, the best locticians in town. Or I want to know how to make my locks myself at home, DIY. And I see something that says how to lock your hair at home without going to the salon or something like that. I will jump at it because that is something that I would love to know. So the key word that people usually use the most when you want to appeal to your readers' hunger is the how to do this, how to do that, how to make sure. So they would want to know because we are constantly in that space where we want to learn, especially when it comes to what would help us improve on our situation. So remember that when you're writing content. Point number 5 says what? So the 5th point that I've got for you is numbers and symbols. When there's something about numbers, there is something about numbers. So, it puts some definition to what you're doing. Imagine that I said 5 easy ways to write catchy headlines. It's good to read this way, but if I came and I said 5 easy ways, I'm sure you can see the difference, right? So there's just something about numbers. Use numbers. It's more attractive. It's more endearing. So there you have it. 5 easy ways to write catchy headlines. 5 easy ways to write attention-grabbing content. Now, at this point, if you put all of this to practice, you sure will start to write content that's way better than what you have that's been giving you a nagging headache. So go ahead and use them, but not so fast. If you would like to see examples of catchy headlines, of attention-grabbing headlines using all of these 5 methods, then this is what you should do. Head on to click the link in my bio so you can download a PDF file that I've got with examples for you, or you slide into my DM and just type the word headlines, and you will get this PDF file of examples of attention-grabbing content for free. What are you waiting for? Go click and learn how to write great attention-grabbing content. Until I come your way again, do stay safe and do write great content.